All right.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy djelf7. Today I got a very special guest, my very first podcast interview ever, and I'm so happy to talk to this person because this person and myself, we're very much on the same wavelength. Yeah, we're about making it happen for Tulsi right now. Yeah? This is my girl Lisa right here. Lisa, say what's up.
Hey, hello, everyone.
Okay? So, Lisa, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm an activist out in the West Coast. I'm here based out of LA, Los Angeles, and I'm doing it, trying to go all in for Tulsi. But I've worked on a lot of different movements. I've worked on the anti-GMO campaign out here. I've worked on the No on 8 campaign. I've worked on many different campaigns, and
Yeah, you said you're a
and
canvasser, right?
yes, I
Yeah.
am a canvasser and worked on a lot of different foam things. LA has a very interesting history. I think that, and
Talking about GMOs, that's crazy, right? GMOs, like the fact that we're not allowed to know whether it's GMO or not.
right, the labeling campaign started out here. So,
That's insane that we're not
so
allowed to know. It's like
yeah,
insulting, really.
I learned a lot about politics, through those campaigns that I did. Also, No on 8, which was the anti-gay marriage
Oh, okay.
campaign out here,
Okay.
and a lot of people don't understand like how those things either A passed or didn't pass, and it was particular politics that happened out here, and
Okay.
I could go into that later.
Sure.
But California is for the most part a pretty liberal state, but we have some quirks that we're trying to kind of correct. And there's a big criminal justice movement happening now statewide. There's also a backlash to that from the prison industrial complex. So that's all going on right now, and we're trying to fight that.
Does California have the largest prison complex in the state, in the United States?
I believe that we have the largest in
Prison
the
system?
country.
Yeah.
Texas is pretty large. I think that we are the largest. There's a lot of money in corrections in the state of California, and there's a lot of movements now that have formed that are trying to close prisons, a lot of reentry services, and a lot of diversion programs.
I remember one thing that you said was that, like right now you said things are getting actually worse, and there's somebody named Jackie Lacey that there's like a lot of movement going on around.
Jackie Lacey is the first black female DA in Los Angeles, and
Okay.
probably one of the first in the country also. And we've gotten nothing but bad things out of her. In the words of Melina Abdullah, who is basically the head of the LA chapter of Black Lives Matter, she calls Jackie Lacey white supremacy with a black face. And in fact, Black Lives Matter actually protest every Wednesday in front of Jackie Lacey's offices in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
Every Wednesday, rain or shine.
I'll be trying to get
And
more information on that story soon.
so she's basically like, Kamala Harris on steroids, goes after black folks, basically it's just, putting people in jail for ridiculous and stupid reasons, has fought reforms tooth and nail, and is basically just sandbags people with charges, and from the most ridiculous things, like someone could have maybe 1 ounce of coke on them, and they'll be given a sales charge, and that sales charge prohibits them from having certain tenants from our Prop 47 and Prop 57 for them to be eligible for. So because any use charges that you have are now misdemeanors in California. So people can actually go and get those felonies, what we call wobblers. They can be misdemeanors or felonies, and the DA's office always charges them as felonies, so they can be
Well, yeah,
basically
I get
pumped
that.
down to a misdemeanor, and that opens people up to have lots more jobs, lots more housing, all kinds of different stuff.
Okay.
So it gets it off their credit report, it gets it off their the DOJ thing. So there's a lot of things that they can do with those kind of charges taken off their reports.
Wait, using like what, like heroin and stuff is illegal?
Using heroin is
or
still
possession.
legal, but
Is
now
it-
there are people being put in diversion programs. We have a drug court.
Because sometimes it's just illegal to own it, but not to use
They
it.
go to well, again, heroin is, part of the sort of trajectory of people using opioids. So what they'll do is when they can't afford their prescription opioids,
Yeah, they go to something
they'll go
else.
to heroin because heroin is cheaper. And a lot of people start with pain management and they go
Yeah.
on to street drugs because they can't afford the other drugs, and that's the trajectory, But here, you get villainized, being told you're a horrible, terrible person, bad upbringing, and then you end up either on the street or in jail, and it's this continuous loop that it goes around. Criminalize pain, criminalize poverty, criminalize people who have had hard lives growing up in poverty. 40% of the homeless on the streets of Los Angeles are either aged out foster youth or veterans. So homelessness is a veterans issue. Homelessness is a children's issue. Homelessness is a poverty issue. Homelessness, is a people issue. It's a pain issue. It's all connected. It's all connected. And so when you talk about homeless, and the thing is, that's only going to increase with income inequality. People are saying that, petty crimes, people have been saying that petty crimes have been going up. And that's because people have been, getting out of prison too much, and that they've been doing all of these, basically crimes of poverty.
Okay, wait a second. I want to take this conversation back towards.
But let me
go ahead.
just finish with this. What they haven't been looking at is how homelessness has gone up. The petty crimes have gone up with homelessness, not with reentry. Reentry, nothing actually changed. But with homelessness, things do change. So what we need to be doing is doing things that are a lot more for homelessness. And we can do that, but there, the powers that be and other stuff are not letting it happen. And Jackie Lacey is part of that. Black movements in Los Angeles are trying to get rid of her. We're actually canvassing to get rid of her.
Okay. So and that actually led to a whole another conversation about the black community in Los Angeles and the political
Political power that they have and they're not wielding.
You make the claim that they're number one in the country. With some challengers being Atlanta and New York, but I think LA is actually very iconic. And when you think about I said it the Rodney King riots. You said the Watts riots. They definitely defined the conversation and the for some definite significant segments of time. And even now, I would say.
More ways than that. As we were talking about before, we had our last mayoral election, and I'm giving you a recent example.
Yeah.
The last mayoral election was against. We have open primaries here, so anybody can run against, and so. If you don't get 50% of the vote, what they do is they take the two top vote getters and then they go to a runoff. So the two top vote getters was this woman, this white woman, Wendy, forgetting her last name right now, but she was basically going to be, if she had won, the first white, mayor, female mayor of Los Angeles. That if you see parallels here to the Hillary Clinton campaign, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And then there's Garcetti, who basically was getting no love from a national audience. And so Bill Clinton came out to Los Angeles and stumped for this woman. He was campaigning with her all the time. And Barbara Boxer, who was a very popular senator at the time, that's who Kamala Harris took her seat. And she came and was saying things like, not only will she be a great mayor, she'll be the best mayor LA's ever had. And so you're having two huge political figures coming out to Los Angeles and stumping for this woman. Right?
I think that would help her win.
What did Eric Garcetti do? He went to the black community. He went to Karen Bass.
Nice.
He went to Jan Perry, a black woman who sat on the LA City Council for years and actually ran against him, but ended up swinging her support to him. he won.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
He won against someone who got support from an ex-president.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So that's what I mean about the black support in LA. And speaking from a woman from the Equal Rights Foundation.
So a lot of them vote?
Who came out to LA when the No on 8 campaign was happening. She said to me, everyone agreed, she goes, we have lots of things in the ballots in different states. She goes, but everyone agreed that California was more important. And
so wait a minute.
And she said to me, you can't win California without Los Angeles.
So wait a minute.
I say to you can't win Los Angeles without the black vote. And that's
so how's Tulsi doing in the black community in LA? What do you think?
She doesn't have any outreach there, like none. And so she does have black supporters, some.
Okay.
But she doesn't, she doesn't have enough outreach out here.
How can we change this?
What we're going to start doing is going to the community colleges in the area and start with there. I think that people are voting for the first time. They're also open to a lot of different candidates.
Okay.
We would love to get Tulsi, outreach to Tulsi, to actually start speaking on these community college campuses. So we've got a lot of them out here.
I wouldn't necessarily count on her showing up, but if the timing is right, though, I think you guys. Oh yeah, California's huge. Maybe she might actually. Wait, Super Tuesday?
We have in our.
I think it's worth the trip. Come on, Tulsi.
We have tons of community colleges out here.
Yeah.
And they have minimums that most of them have at least 20,000 students. So LACC, which is like 10 minutes from my house, is over 20,000 students. Pasadena City College,
cool.
El Camino, Santa Monica City College, which KCRW comes out of. Like we have them all over. Pierce College in West Valley, LA Valley College, LA Tech.
What about Berkeley? Is Berkeley politically engaged still? They gonna support Tulsi or what?
Berkeley is not as people think
They're
of Berkeley
burning?
as a liberal bastion. Berkeley is actually very conservative.
It's done.
So,
It's over.
Berkeley has become very conservative.
That happens, yeah.
It's not due in much part not.
Student activism has been destroyed in this country. Did you know that? It's been straight up destroyed.
The community has been part of that. Like they basically, want to be oligarchs. They want to.
No, that's happening everywhere. The thing is that, like, I swear to you, they're being taught how to do it. Because the thing is, they all move in a very similar fashion. They use the same playbook. It's disgusting. Yeah.
So we need a Glass-Steagall for all areas of the economy.
Okay. Well, just a quick note to the viewers right now. Yeah. So the thing is that we talked about you right quick, but I wanted to promote this lady just for a second. Yeah, I know, like, from our initial discussion, you saw she's super interesting. Then we kind of branched off into our Tulsi activism stuff, and that's really the core of why we're together. We're here to make all kinds of things happen for Tulsi. We're about to talk about those things in a hot minute. One of them, as you just heard about, was a community college plan. So her email is right down on the screen, right under her picture, right over there. Yeah, I'm going to put her email right there.
E as an elephant, N as an Nancy, T as a Tom, at gmail.com.
Oh, don't worry, it's on the screen, yeah? But yeah, I'll also put a link in the description below. But she also has some other things that she's got going, like her newsletter. It's all connected website. It's all connected on maybe Twitter or something. I'll let you talk about this stuff for a second. But this is how you can follow her. She's very interesting to me. She has a lot of things she's working on. And she's definitely, like, trying to promote Tulsi. So she's definitely, if you're looking for someone to make things happen, she's dying to make it happen. Right, Lisa?
Absolutely. I think that Tulsi is like a once-in-a-lifetime candidate. And every once in a while you'll get somebody, but you don't get a lot of traction. Like, I voted for Cynthia McKinney, who was the Green Party candidate, instead of Barack Obama, who I thought was going to be a train wreck, and it turned out to be worse than I thought. But Cynthia McKinney was, the first black woman to run a major party nomination, and she would have been unbelievable as president. And we've got another person who's very viable now, Tulsi Gabbard, a person with a lot of foresight, and has just been right every time. And when you think that she's going in a crazy direction, let me tell you something. She's right on. She's just ahead of the curve.
Okay, wait a minute, okay? So one of the things about this channel is that we also do, kind of like what's going on in the campaign type of thing, right? So what do you think about Iowa?
Iowa turned out to be, can you cuss?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Iowa turned out to be a clusterfuck, you know. And I kind of thought that it would be a little bit of a mess, but I didn't expect it to be like that. And it just goes to show you, like, how absolutely correct Tulsi was, and how we're just, you know, everything has, all these things are, you have all these corrupt infiltrators, you know, and we don't need to look at Russia or anything else, which is complete nonsense. You know, people just made up this sort of neo-McCarthyist, ridiculous meme in order to basically, you know, distract people from what's actually going on in our domestic politics. Our domestic politics have been corrupt for a very long time. When we have a candidate like Tulsi who's been calling it out for years. And now we're actually seeing it on the ground, real time, happening in front of everyone's faces. Now people are doing like,
you know what? Actually, one thing that I'm working on right now, maybe you have some ideas for, is I'm working on a new Tulsi versus series. So I'm gonna have a series which each video is gonna line up Tulsi against one particular candidate. For example, like I'm doing the Tulsi.
Oh God, that's perfect. That's great.
Yeah, I'm doing the Tulsi versus Bernie video right now.
Okay.
You got any ideas for me before I? Because I'm planning to post that real soon.
Yes. Tulsi is left.
And I'm not trying to hurt Bernie or anything, but I just want to make that case.
Look.
Why I switched.
I love Bernie. Some of Bernie's policies, to me, they read like poetry. I love them so much. But Tulsi is the better Bernie. And that's the reason why I'm actually supporting her, because she's the better Bernie.
What makes her better?
When it comes to foreign policy, she's actually left of him. And left is right.
And how is she left of him in terms of that?
Because she doesn't pop off and say stupid things like Maduro is a brutal dictator. She sees our involvement in Venezuela for what it is, stoking another regime change war, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We let this mess, you know, continue. Also Bolivia.
Yeah, that's unlike Bernie though. I think the establishment pressured him to, like, because name calling is not what he does. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it sounded so weird coming from him. It sounded
it's weird coming out of Bernie. That shows that she's the one with the backbone.
I have this theory that I'm not going to talk about anywhere else but this podcast. What do you think? Check this out, yeah? Okay, so you look at all the people who fought against the military-industrial complex, right? Like JFK and Martin Luther King, they're dead, right? Yeah. So my theory is that Tulsi Gabbard is allowed to live because if they knock off a major from the U.S. Army, they're going to piss off a large military installation in the country, and the CIA don't want to go that far. They're just a little bit like cautious. They don't want to do it. But I think they got to Sanders because sometimes he looks messed up, and sometimes he does these things that are very uncharacteristic. He started to pop off though lately. Lately, like after he Iowa, he kind of like pulled that shtick on him with the computer. You know what I mean? Like he's starting to pop off now. So we'll see if he's like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm happy to see this. Like that's the Bernie Sanders I want. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bernie talks a good game, but unfortunately, I don't trust him.
I'm still Tulsi. Damn
I don't trust him.
But I'm not like, you know, he's still.
I'll tell you who I do trust.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you who I do trust. Nina Turner.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like Nina. But Nina's picked Bernie, so what you gonna do? You know.
Nina Turner.
But Nina's with Bernie.
He's behind him, giving him a kick in the ass and making sure he doesn't veer off too much. Then you know his campaign is good. But I think that's what I mean is that. You know, she can't do everything, but she knows how to.
She's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a Nina Turner fan too.
Whip things into shape, and the challenging of the Iowa stuff. I'm sorry, that's not Bernie. Bernie is a lady. That's Nina Turner kicking him in the ass and saying, "Oh hell no, you don't." And that's what and that's Nina Turner.
It gotta be pretty cool to be Nina Turner. Honestly, anybody talks about Nina Turner, they're like, "Yeah, she's the real deal." You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's the real deal.
That'd be cool if I turned on the YouTube and I was like, yo, Ed's the real deal. I'd be like, yeah, okay, thanks. That'd be funny. But that's cool, though. Yo, props out to Nina Turner, for real. You deserve it, yeah? Yeah, you deserve it. Yeah.
But, you know, Tulsi is someone who, you know, is not afraid to take a stand. And even if that stand is unpopular, and who else could get the avalanche of hate that she does and still be...
That's okay. You know, she had to read off the names of dead people, like, again and again and again. Like, she ready. You know what I mean? Like she's ready to look into the, you know, into death's face itself. You know what I mean? So what's this? You know what I mean? You're gonna call me some names. You're gonna do this stuff. You can't stop me. You know what I mean? Nah, right?
I mean, I think that, you know, I think there are certain people in the black community, and some of the like progressive pundits have bristled on Tulsi going on like a podcast like Dave Rubin, and she said something in Dave Rubin saying, "I think that identity politics is the worst. Politics is the worst thing." That's bullshit. Identity politics isn't even close to being.
You know, if they treated her nicer, if they didn't keep setting her up. Yeah.
If the identity politics was the worst thing happening in U.S. politics, we should be fucking kissing the ground we walk on. If identity politics was the worst thing that happened, the worst thing in politics is freaking corporations, like basically running everything. These mega conglomerates. The worst thing in politics is the military-industrial complex. The worst thing in politics is basically big ag, big pharma, big oil, big tech. All of this. These are the worst things in politics right now.
You know, honestly, like what makes me what really disturbs me the most about that thing.
It's the distraction that people.
You know what really pisses me off about it though? The thing is that
talking about bathrooms instead of talking about war.
Yeah. I mean, how are they going to the way that they treat Tulsi, it's really like abuse. You know what I mean? And the thing is that when she goes to another show, right, because she's tired of being asked the same questions and being treated in such a poor manner, you know what I mean? And then that's why she's there. You know what I mean? Of course she'd love to be on the major news outlets, but they're just mistreating her so much. You know what I mean? Look at the New York Times, deliberately posting oh my God, that white dress, she looks bad, but Hillary Clinton looks good. Is this really the level of discourse now? What? What? That's why they're so mad. That's why they're so mad. That's what kills them the most. That's what kills them the most.
And you know what? The New York Times, first of all, New York Times of all papers, stoking war, totally hooting and hollering and whipping up the case for war, the case for false flags, the case for basically lying, fictitious work for fictitious reasons, ridiculous, absolutely. And then going on, I mean, I can kind of understand Warren, but Klobuchar, an endorsement for Klobuchar. These people have lost their mind. I'm telling you, New York.
If you think about it, right? But wait a second. If you think about it, right? Klobuchar is actually kind of like a secret, clone of Tulsi. You get what I mean? They're trying to project her as the one that can cross the aisle. They took certain talking points from Tulsi and they trying to make a bootleg version of her. You know what I mean? That's Klobuchar. You get this? Yo, look at it. You gotta really look at it, yeah? That's what she is. And Pete's also has some elements too. They took different elements of her and cloned them into different robot candidates. It's not really robots, but these people are basically robots. You know what I mean? Yeah, they have no souls. You know what I mean?
I agree with what you said before. She's a status quo candidate, and what they want is the status quo. That's the reason why, people in the DNC. Some of the movers and shakers there.
They're trying to steal Tulsi's talking points. That's what Klobuchar's game is right now in New Hampshire.
They would rather have Trump.
Yeah.
They would even rather have Trump than Bernie. And that's scary.
It doesn't even make sense because I don't know if you saw the last podcast, but I was wilding because you see, I saw that it said the polls said that Tulsi was in 6th place. Okay, I've been going to New Hampshire and there's been zero ground movement for Amy. I've been running around the streets like crazy. Yeah? There's no Amy anywhere. Maybe now there is, but there was not for months and months and months. Nobody. Tulsi was running up in there. Huh?
I hear all the candidates are totally scrambling to try to get some ground game.
So how was Amy in the polls ahead? I was ridiculously disturbed about this in the last thing, but it's just a line now. I can see from Iowa. It's ridiculous.
There's this newspaper in northern New Hampshire, and it covers northern New Hampshire and kind of northeast Vermont.
Yeah.
And it's circulation of about 11,000, but apparently they do get around a little bit. And they did a poll to say, who do you think wins the primary? And by over 70%, they picked Tulsi. So Tulsi's ground game is working there. Now,
we're gonna see if she wins. Winning by 70%, that would make me proud. I said 60% in one thing. That would be, I really hope so.
So people, there's still, obviously, there's still people there who are stuffing for Bernie and stuffing, for other things. But I think Tulsi's going to do a lot better. She may not beat Biden but it's possible that she could beat Warren. She'll definitely beat Klobuchar. So I think that Tulsi will get at least in the double digits, and that you'll see her in the next debate. I think that she'll trounce Yang. In fact, honestly, I think that Yang might drop out after Super Tuesday. Seeing how he kind of went all in on Iowa and he got so little, I don't think he's going to do very well. I think people are seeing through it, and certainly like places like, Alaska and stuff like that, where similar things happen when you've got completely fucked. We can talk about that when we do your versus things. We can talk about stuff. But I would love to be.
One thing I want to say to the Yang Gang supporters out there is that, honestly, if you look at Yang from the very beginning, he had that interview where he said he really didn't want to be president. And I get that, because if you look at what Tulsi goes through and what Yang's been through with MSNBC, calling him John Yang and all this crap, it's a dirty, ugly game. The guy's got a family. He's got a wife. I don't want him to go through that.
Right?
Yeah, but
I showed another Asian picture. Oh my God.
They think this is Yang Gang. They probably think this is Actually, Lisa here is actually black. Yeah, she's not actually Asian, but yeah, she looks Asian.
All Asians are interchangeable. You can just. Oh God.
Yeah. So the thing is that Yang, right? He said he didn't actually want to be president, but he went to Washington and no one would listen to him. But remember that Tulsi Gabbard said she thought UBI was a good idea.
You know what?
And also,
with a regressive tax.
And
Look, you can take what Tulsi says to the bank. If she says she wants to give you UBI, it may not start out at 1,000, but it'll start out at something sustainable. And if she says you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
So actually,
to do it with a tax, with a regressive tax, she's going to take the military-industrial complex money, all that shit we've been doing horrible things overseas, making even more enemies, making us even more unsafe. She's going to take all that money, and by the way, it's more than $700 billion. It's in the trillions. There's all kinds of shadow money that goes into the military-industrial complex, and all of these things. She's going to take that and bring it here.
So what I'm just want to finish this up. What I want to get out to the Yang people over there is that so like I said before. She said that he said he didn't really want to be president. He tried to find someone who would listen to him, and Tulsi Gabbard was the only candidate who really kind of listened to him. Nobody else accepted his ideas, or any single one of them. Tulsi always has an open door policy. People call her public because she has an open door policy. She always will talk to you. She'll actually listen to you. So if your boy Yang, and I hope he doesn't, right? I think Yang's cool, but if he drops out, you know that Tulsi is really the vision that Yang really wanted all along. So if you're on the Yang Gang, you're watching this, and if Yang does drop out after Super Tuesday, you need to jump on the Tulsi train for real. For real.
Yeah, well,
for real.
Tulsi's a lot of the Yang Gang second choices. I mean, I see a lot of people saying things.
There's a lot of crossover. I heard a lot of Tulsi Yang Tulsi talk. Actually there was a theory before. I don't think it's going to happen now, right? But there was an early theory that Sanders was going to go team up with Warren. And I thought that would be, I thought that would assure a Tulsi win. But after these latest events, I don't think that Sanders is going to pick Warren to be his VP. Can you imagine he did? Oh my God, I think Tulsi would win. What do you think? Maybe, I don't know. Warren has some numbers. I don't know.
Warren has numbers, and Obama's coming out for her. I mean, Obama did
for Warren?
An ad, I think, for her. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because of Hillary, right? Oh my God, so disgusting.
So, but I think I might pump her up. I think he's doing it ahead of South Carolina. The black vote's really important there.
Before even the winners decided, that's very rare. Oh my God, Obama, you going that far? For Warren? Obama, really? Okay.
Yeah. Obama likes Warren. I like Warren too, just not as president. I want her to be Senate Majority Leader. Because she would be so damn powerful. She would be amazing as Senate Majority Leader. She would be amazing. Oh my God.
I can't tell you that I'm excited about that, but that's okay. I'm not mad at you.
You're not excited about that. You don't think that Warren... I can tell you some things about Warren that would, that you would like quite a lot. And I
know some of her stories. Some of the things are good. Some of the things are okay.
And there are some things about her that are weird, but then I can point out, it's funny.
That's okay.
They'll point out some things about some people and then give other people a complete pass. And I always scratch my head and wonder why. You know, I don't.
Another thing that I do is like, because when I'm on the streets, right? Because I'm a pretty heavy canvasser myself, and you know, when I talk to people, I always want to like understand like who they support and why. Yeah. And I don't push them like on my ideas. I might scooch in a little idea there, but I'm not there to like argue with them. You know, I mean, I want to be a positive representative, right? So out of all the people that I talk to, when I talk to the Warren supporters and they know that I'm Tulsi, like I get the most like negative, like angry stares and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, like for me over here, the Warren, definitely I'd get that hostility. Sometimes from the Bernie, it's like, you know, there's some of them are, some of them aren't, but with the Warren, it's like almost always like you get this hostility for real, yeah? So, not really sure exactly why, but yeah, how is it over there? Do you have like, is it maybe the people are actually quite friendly, and actually their ground game is really strong, shockingly strong. I am very surprised. Yeah.
In the black community, among black women, Warren's got a lot of support out here out west.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. It's interesting.
And
I can see a whole room of black women cheering for Warren.
Black
Wow.
folks are very
LA women.
interested in all the candidates. They're not so crazy about Biden, though there is a contingent.
Yo, Biden, you seen his like he's like now like he's like making Pete's like the guy to beat. Like it's so sad. He's done. His ads are like, oh, Pete says blah blah blah. Like he's obviously feeling like he's second place. It's like he's not even like pretending like he's in the lead.
Good. Let them fight amongst each other.
That's so sad. Biden's done. Yeah.
I thought Buttigieg. I made an early prediction that I thought that Buttigieg was going to do really really well. He's basically unknown out there.
I don't understand how he does. I don't understand.
Out here, you know.
What's his selling point?
West Hollywood, you know. Also, where I live, this community, there's a strong gay population here. We were kind of like the West Hollywood before West Hollywood, and then West Hollywood incorporated, it became its own city, and it has a gay mayor, you know.
Okay,
and
sure.
A huge gay community, and so Pete's very strong there, and so, and maybe on the west side of LA, but on the east side. There's no love for Pete, man. You know, people, you know, even the gay folks, they're more for Bernie. And I think that, you know, they kind of feel like, especially the, you know, gays of color, you know, they just feel like, you know, he's just another white dude. Because to them, they don't really see him as a champion for like, and the fact that he's like, you know, making a list, you know, his quote-unquote Douglas plan, and then making a list and not even getting people, like, you know, just putting names on it and not even getting their okay, like, just making shit up. It's, like, crazy. So crazy. And, like, people that, I mean, like I said, like, he's not getting a lot of black support, and he doesn't have the money to pay for it like Bloomberg. Bloomberg can't, but he can't buy it like Bloomberg can. So, I know some people who think that, I mean, I actually early on before Bloomberg entered the race, I said that Buttigieg would be a factor, and people looked at me like I was insane. People looked at me like I was like, you know, just absolutely crazy.
I still struggle to understand it. I still completely like don't understand like his.
And now it's kind of proving me right, but that was before Bloomberg entered the race. I think that Bloomberg is by far the biggest worry. And I'm going to make a prediction right here. My prediction is that he's going to run third party. Because this isn't a guy who is committed to the Democratic Party. He's not committed to like...
Wasn't he a Republican in New York?
No, he was everything. You know,
yeah, but nobody's talking about it. That's interesting, right? They call Tulsi Republican. Mike actually was a Republican. But nobody's talking about it.
Bernie is an independent. Like, and all these people are going to the Democratic Party as opportunists. To tell you the truth,
I remember Bloomberg and Giuliani were like this, man. They were like this. Because Republicans.
You know, the only thing that gives me hope that it can be reformed is like the squad. You know, AOC and the squad.
You know, AOC, I think you're cool. I think you're cute. What's up, girl? Holla at me, boy. But how could you do that to Tulsi, girl? Like, honestly, AOC's...
Because she didn't have the foresight, because she was swooped up
AOC's always getting like slammed like unfairly. Like she's always getting smeared. Like how can she not relate to Tulsi like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like
It's
they
unfortunate.
always do that to AOC. Like I don't like out of the squad, right? Like why are they always picking on AOC? Because
AOC because I'll tell you why they're doing it to AOC.
why are they picking? Because she's the
AOC
because she's the because she's the
It's not-
hot one.
it's
I
not
don't.
just that she won.
Yeah.
It's not just that she won, and it's not just that she trounced her candidate.
Crowley.
It's that she did it with It's that
She did it to Crowley.
with a fraction of the money. She
Oh.
did it.
Well, she's a
without-
fundraising beast now.
with
She
support.
beating Pelosi.
Did it with a fraction of the money.
Yeah.
That corporate support. and
Come on,
that just-
AOC.
that
You think
scares
AOC's angling for VP?
everything else. That scares her. She can't be VP because she can't be president. She can't be.
But maybe next year. Maybe next term.
Maybe. But she's another one that I think would probably be better in the mix than maybe as president.
Yeah, I don't know so much about AOC. I just know she's kind of
But
hot.
she's young.
But, yeah.
Here's the thing about beating Crowley. Crowley wasn't just this sort of entrenched kind of crony candidate. He was actually being groomed to be next in line to take over Pelosi's spot. So the thing is that
Yeah. Yo, he was up there. Yeah, I know.
But guess who's next? Guess who's next in running in the spot? Guess who's next?
I don't know. Tom Perez is some whack person. I don't know.
Someone from California.
Kamala H.
No, Karen Bass.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to go into Karen Bass's background, what she's doing, and what people need to watch out for. Because just because the candidate's black, just because that's what I say to the Yang people. Just because your candidate looks like you, hey, black people learn the hard way with Barack Obama. Just because that candidate looks like you, and I understand symbolism, I understand, having someone that represents you up there, on the big stage. But they also have to be for you, not just look like you. They can't just be, a mirage and that,
Yeah.
and then go up and then turn around and kick you in the teeth or stab you in the back.
But we can really use the Yang supporters. Yang supporters come to Tulsi. All right. If your candidate made no commitment to stay to the convention like ours did, maybe you guys have enough money to try to battle it out. But I could see, 1% is pretty brutal. I mean, Tulsi, right? The New Hampshire game is for Tulsi is strong.
I'd have to say, even though Tulsi wasn't in the state, I actually thought Tulsi would get more support than that. I was a little disappointed in the Iowa support. But the thing is, like I said, it was such a clusterfuck, and the caucuses are weird anyway.
I think that should be an alarm bell for people like you and me, right? Like we have been saying, like in the outer states, like we need to do things now. We need to do things now, and like we've been gunning, itching, screaming, like let's do it now, let's do it now. You know what I mean? Like now we're just like doing it now, like it's the end. You know what I mean? Like we're just doing it. Yeah. Your community college thing. Did we talk about that yet?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do starting next week, next Tuesday, it's actually on the site. Next Tuesday.
Which site? You have that up yet? The it's all connected.club's website?
Actually, it's on the Tulsi 2020 site.
Oh, cool. Okay.
We're going to be having people kind of take charge in putting all of their canvassing, their tabling events at the community colleges on the site for next week because, like I said, it's first week of classes.
What day is that?
That's a Tuesday.
What day is that on the? So they look it up. People look it up on the Tulsi calendar. I'm gonna look it up right now on the screen.
It's the 11th, I think. The 11th.
Oh my god, I have all my quick notes.
So-
Everybody's gonna know all my stuff.
Los Angeles City
Yeah.
College on Vermont and Boulevard.
Okay, I'm on the events page right now for Tulsi, and I'm
and,
gonna show the people here what's going on.
I'm
Events.
going to be personally there
Oh, yeah?
between 11 and 2.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So people near in front of Franklin Hall.
Who's the captain for
Yeah.
California?
What's that?
Who's the captain for California?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
It's all good. Okay,
But
cool. Okay, so
what-
Feb 9. I'm on Feb 9. What day you said that was again?
that's Tuesday, February 11th.
February 11th. Okay, I'm going to February 11th. Wow, there's so much going on in New Hampshire. It's like pretty much New Hampshire.
When is that's voting day for New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, I used to register for all these events because I want to know what's going on. Oh, I'm on the 10th. Okay, getting there. Okay.
So the great thing is, we've been telling people, look out for Tulsi, look out for Tulsi. So when they see Tulsi, then
Oh, I see it now. I see your event. LA City College canvas for Tulsi
Yep.
in front of Franklin Hall. Okay, so they're meeting at Los Angeles City College. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh my god, and your information's all here. Oh,
Yeah.
Jane's is here. Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, because Jane, for some reason they haven't been showing me love, so I get Jane to do it.
That's okay, you
But
know.
you gotta tell me about stuff, and then I'll get Jane to post it. Because they like
Yeah.
Jane, so
Well, that's good. Sometimes people like you, sometimes they don't. So that's just that's the world we live in. You know what I mean?
well, no, the thing is that I don't know why, but the younger, I don't know.
What was your theory earlier that
We need to get on the side.
Jane looks
So
safe?
they know Jane, and they trust Jane. So we'll do everything.
That's cool. All right,
Have
yeah.
fun.
Jane
So,
for president.
yeah. Jane's been doing, and this is the first political anything she's ever done. So she's like, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm like, you're doing great. You're doing great. Get out of your comfort zone, talk to people, and that's what we've been doing, listening to people and hearing their positions and on the ground. And you know what my takeaway is? Even if people are saying crazy things like they're voting for Tom Steyer or whatever, what I realize is that what they're doing is the things that they're concerned about are our concerns. We have all
Yeah,
these
exactly. Like
things.
the environmental stuff. Oh, did you know about Tulsi's environmental stuff? Like, yeah,
Exactly.
Steyer's cool. Like, I know about his good
Everything
stuff.
that everyone is saying are our concerns too. We just think that she's the candidate who will actually do what she says that she can do.
Okay, are you ready for the hard questions now? Are you ready for the hard ones? Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a Deval Patrick supporter. I know my candidate's about to drop. Why should I switch to Tulsi?
You should switch.
I don't know anything about Deval Patrick. I am not. I'm so sad.
You should switch to Tulsi because Deval Patrick got into the race basically to try to be a BP pick.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
A little bit, and he got into the race a little bit too because the other black candidates dropped out, so he thought he could be the black candidate to get some support and stuff. But he did it so haphazardly, and he did it kind of last minute. And the thing is, even if you are a Deval Patrick devotee, I can tell you that Tulsi's message is for the black community. And the reason why it's for the black community is because she's getting to the heart of the matter. She sees the link between the prison industrial complex and the military industrial complex. She knows it's the same corporations that are profiting. She knows it's the same things that are basically throwing our community into cages. And she's for reparations, even though personally I'm a little bit on the fence for reparations. I think that you got to stop slavery first, and then we can get our reparations. Because right now, the prison industrial complex is run amok and in all different kinds of ways. And what we need to be doing is addressing that first. And that's what, I believe that she will do things on the federal level to get things done and to get, and basically chain monies that go to the states to certain requirements. And that's what needs to be done. Because people in politics, they follow the money. And if you put particular requirements on the money that the states get, they're not going to be spending on certain things. If you say, okay, states, you got to send us this money, and a significant percentage of it has to go to diversion programs and to reentry services and all these housing and all these other things, and that's where all the money will go if that's what it's earmarked for.
Right, I understand. All right, so just want to flip back to the idea of our activism for Tulsi, just to make sure that we get that 100% covered as much as possible, because that's really our core focus for now. We will be going off on all these other things. Actually, I do plan on continuing this after the campaign. Actually, we're getting picked up on BCAT too, which is pretty cool. So we should have a higher level of distribution. Oh yeah, and you're aren't you gonna you said Color of Change or something?
Yeah, so Color of Change is a national organization. You probably, clicked, some of you probably clicked on a lot of their online petitions. They've been doing a ton of online petitions. They're a national organization. They have almost 2 million members.
Okay.
And they're starting to try to become like a mini Move On, like a Black Move On.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I wrote some notes earlier. Yeah, that's one of the things that we talked about. I'm going to be contacting them. We're going to be doing a story about that one. Also,
what we're doing is focusing on
what's your YouTube channel?
30 races, because we're really behind Cut 50. You've heard of Cut 50, right?
Yeah, you told me something about like gay something marriage or something. Is that the one?
No. For Color of Change, Their big thing is cut 50. So they want, basically the prison populations to be cut by 50%.
Oh, okay.
So, because most of it is just use charges, and the sales charges are just trumped up charges based on the use charges. So
Yeah.
most of the people who are in jail right now are either awaiting trial, or they're on use charges. In fact, it's more than 50%.
So
It's more like
I'm for that, but how are we gonna like pay off those private prison complex systems that has these dumb contracts? Let's just rip them up. Can we just rip them up?
Let's say we take those monies and we redirect it into affordable housing.
The government can just rip up those contracts, right?
We take those monies and we redirect those things into affordable housing. So we say to them, hey, see those prisons? We want you to change all of those places into apartments. Go.
Yeah, we should make private prisons
You
illegal,
just-
yo.
you
We should make private prisons illegal, straight up.
But the
You
thing
can't
is that the structures
freaking
are still
profit
there.
off the destruction
I
of
don't
other
want to way the
people.
hell out in the middle of the desert and stuff like that. Screw that. But if we're saying like, hey, we've got all these jobs or we have all this stuff, hey, let's redirect it. Pick up a hammer, learn a trade, and start to get construction jobs are much more important than prison guard jobs. They're much more important. They pay better, and they give people who are on reentry and people who've been through the carceral system jobs, support.
Okay.
And so it's something that they can be proud of. Housing for the people.
Okay, that's good. And for your listeners who may be watching and stuff like that, I just want to promote a couple of my programs right here. I do have a free flyer program that's in my playlist at the top of my channel. That's called Active Tulsi Promotions. If you email me a picture of yourself, handing out flyers, just so I know that you have the gumption to have what it takes to give out flyers, then I will mail you 50 for free. But what's cool is that you can stack them with your friends. So if you're an organizer and you have like 5-6 people on your squad, then you could get 250, 300 flyers in the mail, no problem. Yeah, and they're pretty nice. They're hard cardboard, and they're like a little rigid, and actually they're a favorite of the squad up here. So I hope you guys enjoy. We also have a switch program to switch independents to other parties. You guys need to start getting on that now. Yeah, I think the deadline for New York City is February 14th. Yeah, you need to do it right now. It's like the 9th. Yeah, like now. Actually, we should get like people out to the Trader Joe's and make them do that. Yeah, I didn't know we had the largest in the United States. Like you guys, we should be talking to each other on the ground. And if you are,
United States by far.
Yeah, so if you are actually a Tulsi campaign fan, and you're like not talking to each other, like that's your choice. But I'm choosing to talk to other people, and you just see the benefit that I got right there. If that makes me a bad guy, then I'm a bad guy. Too bad. It's time. Things are going to happen right now for Tulsi, and I'm going to do it. Too bad.
Yeah.
All right? Sorry.
You know what? Here's another reason why you should reach out to young people. Tulsi's going to trounce him in New Hampshire, okay? Because everybody got flat-footed.
I mean, for them, that's gonna be emotionally a sad moment. So I don't want to put it like that. You know what I mean?
Everybody went all in Iowa and were flat-footed in New Hampshire, and she was the only one. It was almost like she was.
We'll see.
And so,
But yeah, you're right. When I was up there, I don't see too many math hats at all.
Yeah,
It's pretty absent up there.
And the thing is that who's closest to the things that they want to see happen? Tulsi.
Yo, he went hard in Iowa. Yo, you're right. He went hard in Iowa.
But the thing is that she's someone who can get shit done. She's someone who can actually and she stands her ground and she muscles things through.
Wait a minute. Have you seen the town halls for Yang, New Hampshire?
When it comes to DNC, she was the one who started the movement to get rid of the superdelegates. She's the reason why superdelegates are not going to vote.
Well, we can't talk about that, right? Because we gotta manufacture election results. So shh.
I know, but she's
Don't talk about anything good about Tulsi. Shh. You know what I mean? Nah, you're right. That's why she's awesome. Oh my goodness.
And that's why, and she got it done.
She's always ahead of the game, and people
She totally
need
is
to
ahead
watch
of the
more
game.
carefully because she's ahead of the game.
She's not just one step; she's like 5 steps ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, but you know that's why it's so weird that Pete and Klobuchar are so close to her.
If you're into Buttigieg, or if you're into Biden, or if you're into Warren or Bernie or whatever, understand that Tulsi is 5 steps ahead of the game. So whatever she's saying, even if it grates you the wrong way, understand that that's probably the direction that things will go.
She makes smart moves. Like I watch,
you
I
need to
give
pay
respect.
attention to what she's saying, because it doesn't kind of matter whether or not you like it. When she says something and something is a concern or a worry, you can freaking take it to the bank.
She's a field general. She has rank over people, and she's been in 2 combat wars. Yeah. So she has lives in her hands. You know, I mean, she has been put with that responsibility. She's been able to be capable and make it happen. So she's ready. She's
a lot
ready.
of respect to people from even on the other side of the aisle. Like she just recently went on Ron Paul's show.
Yeah, that's cool.
They were almost doing somersaults for her.
Wow, she's cool.
They were so excited about her campaign. Imagine Ron Paul going in Texas and stumping for Tulsi. Is that freaking amazing?
Yo, honestly, I would like. Okay.
A Libertarian and a Republican stumping for a Democrat, and someone who is someone. They used to call him Dr. No because he constantly. He said lobbyists wouldn't even bother going to his offices because he wouldn't even give them he just would just say no. You know, he's and so imagine he has a lot of credibility in Texas, and so imagine him going all out for her. You know, it's awesome. He has his percentage in Ohio. He has a lot of supporters in Ohio. You know,
I think a lot of politicians are actually secret fans of Tulsi, and I think that's why the establishment hates her so much.
You know,
because
Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, imagine him going out and stumping for Tulsi.
I've seen other younger or newer senators start to follow her lead, right?
Oh,
That's why, because the thing is that the establishment wants to say we're your only path to power. But Tulsi says screw that, and other people see that, and that's why they're so disturbed by her. Because the thing is that she's saying, you know what, you can just do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to these people to look at what I'm doing. I'm able to do all this and just do whatever I want. You know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, no, you have to do what we say. You have to play our game. We're in charge here. You know what I mean? She just ripped the curtain back on the Wizard of Oz. You ain't nobody. You know what I mean? Hillary Clinton's screaming. You know what I mean? She's screaming, we ripped the curtain back, you see, you too bad. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what's interesting to me is that, I kind of gave up on the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I was in Green Party. I actually had to switch back for this crap.
Yeah, and she was, the fact that she thinks that it actually can be reformed, that she stepped down from the DNC but stayed in the Democratic Party and is pushing to get it reformed, not from the inside.
Because she's a smart strategist, and she stays to the course that she plans.
I think that she thinks that there's something salvageable to it. And so again, just like I'm saying to other people to do, it's not something that I believe.
See, that's why I struggle with your Warren support, because Warren's so wishy-washy. I mean,
I'm willing to listen and go along with it because she's been so right and so.
Tulsi stays the course, right? But Warren kind of flip-flops a little bit.
She stays the course. Not even Bernie stays.
I mean, Tulsi's, she's more, she's tougher.
More on nothing. He's an independent. So, it goes to show you someone with backbone like that. You gotta, once you get into that office, the pressure to go to war is immense. You have to have someone with an unwavering backbone that are saying, no, we are not going to.
You know another reason why they hate her? Why I think because, actually it's coming out my Bernie versus Tulsi series, but the thing is that she knows what's going on the ground, you know what I mean? So the thing is that when she goes to the camps and stuff, she's gonna know, oh, you guys are hiding tanks here or some crap now, you guys say you're doing good, you guys aren't doing good, you guys say you're doing bad, you guys look a little bit too, in good condition, I know what's struggling, she knows the whole thing.
The other thing is that, she's privy to a lot of classified information that she can't tell us. And I think that's also a worry, because I think that she knows more than what she's saying and can't say, and she's telling us a lot, but I think that there's even more that she can't say. And having been on the ground and checking things out for herself and being actually deployed there, I think that she knows that
she saw some things, that Bernie probably never got to see.
Serious shit, and that we're in big trouble, and that we're gonna West Coast in particular, we're really vulnerable, so I just think that it's.
I'm sure in her position though, it's still hard to parse out what's real and what's not real. Everybody's coming to you all the time with all this different crap with their own agendas, blah blah blah. It's got to be a freaking madhouse up there, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
she's actually pretty good. She's actually pretty good about sorting through the bullshit.
Yeah. Great job, Tulsi. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Got the shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She's young. She's strong as hell, man. She's just a badass. She's like Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
she's
that's cool.
She's a genuine person. Like, especially when you meet her, she's honestly there to actually to make things right.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing to see a candidate who is strong, who is engaged, who listens, and who has foresight. And actually being so young and to be able to have so much foresight is like really something rare. You just almost hardly ever see it.
Well, she's had a lot of life experience, you know what I mean?
Look at like Ron Paul. There was with all like someone like Dennis Kucinich, who's like seen a bunch of things and done something and done a bunch of stuff. And he said he met her before she was even in Congress, and he said to other people and himself, he was like, she's someone who needs to be on the national stage, and she's going to go somewhere.
That's cool. Okay.
And so she's almost been like a protege of his. And when Matt Taibbi just recently did an article in Rolling Stone, which he interviewed Dennis Kucinich, and he basically said that Dennis Kucinich was the progressive movement before the progressive movement. He basically, what Dennis Kucinich was doing way back then is basically the mainstream platform of the progressive movement. So he was way ahead of the curve. And you're just saying that Tulsi is the candidate. She's like a once in a lifetime. She's wonderful. And this is coming from someone who's a lot older, who's seen a bunch of stuff, who's been who's been, again, he had the onslaught of hate when he stood his ground, but was proven right again and again and again. And Tulsi's the same, and I think that she can get some traction. At least people will see her candidacy as that these are things that people are impressed with. And I want to say
that's why, right? Because I think that she's the only one that can survive this level of, because all the other senators, even Bernie Sanders bends, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she's a major in the army that she's protected. I don't know, but for some reason she's been able to not be intimidated like everybody else, even Bernie.
She's the Asian that the Yang people really want. She's the martial artist. She's the beautiful, like.
I don't know if that's I don't know if
Yeah, awesome.
I've seen her martial arts ability. She's good. She was a martial arts teacher, but the thing is that I think it's really her position in the army. It might be that. It might not. Oh yeah, before she was in Congress, she was actually teaching self-defense or something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
martial arts instructor. It's on her Wikipedia. Yeah.
She does capoeira, which is something that the slaves had come up with and they made it into.
Oh, I have that on my video because one of the reasons why I picked Tulsi over Bernie is actually because of physical fitness. That's one of the reasons. So you'll see that. But no, but that's in the video. Yeah. So I need to get that done. Yeah. So but yeah. Let's any more. I think we covered most of our things. I definitely want to get your idea out there. This was an awesome interview. But I put your information at the bottom of the screen. You have your website that's coming up. It's called itsallconnected.club.
Yeah, I think it's itsallconnected.club.
Okay, and Sall Connected is what? With the S?
The Twitter handle is It's All Connected, but it's at SALL Connected.
Okay, got it. All the links will be below. Okay, and your newsletter, you can just email her for that. Once again, her college thing is coming up. That's really cool. You can email me for the free flyers and for the any other action taking forth. We had talked. I think we had talked before in a private. Maybe actually later on after we do our we had to do a refilm today because of the mic setup. But maybe afterwards we'll have like a live feed where we'll have you guys, we'll have the audience be able to interact with you guys, yeah? And that would be cool. Yeah, we'll have like a little post show where we can interact with audience members, or maybe we'll even bring them into the main show if I can figure that out. So, sounds great.
I just want to say one more thing as far as Tulsi. Tulsi is our vehicle to get our platform out there. She's gonna stay the course. She's gonna stay the course all the way to the convention.
She embodies a lot of the different ideals that I have for just before before she even came on board. Like she's like a perfect kind of embodiment of a lot of different progressive and just standard ideas. But that'll all come up with my videos. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah. Especially at the once in a lifetime. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was an honor to meet you, and thanks for holding down LA. I'm excited about all the things we're going to accomplish together. It's an honor to meet you. All right.
Let's do this again.
All right, thank you.
Maybe even next week.
Yeah, next week we're definitely going to do it again. All right, see you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.